Declare before you throw him under the bus.
He's not
Eh?
a Muslim.
Now, realistically, I don't think he would run. I think he's smart enough to realize that he would rather continue to be a entertainer
I'm sure.
than a politician.
Yeah, I'm sure. But you know what? A guy with as much patriotism in his heart as he has just might see the light, you know.
Yeah, well,
So
Trump took
I'm going
a
to tell
pay cut
people,
to
you
be
know,
president.
talk it up on Facebook, talk it up on Twitter, and maybe he'll, you know what? You can't be a long-haired rocker forever, right? You got to do some other things in your life.
Well, look at Sonny Bono.
Well, maybe we can find another conservative businessman to run. We don't need any libertarians.
Yeah.
Well, remember, Sonny Bono was a long-haired singer, and he was made a Republican in California. He ran for office there.
Yeah. All right. Well, Ken, thanks a lot. We got the calls just dropping in on us. Take care.
Take it easy.
Jimmy on line 3. Welcome to the show, Jimmy. Long time no hear.
Yeah, how you doing, Gary? I think Kid Rock has got a very good chance of winning. He's just liberal enough and conservative enough to appeal to the purple people in that state.
Yeah, I would say that.
That's kind of what it takes, yeah.
Yeah, I would say that. I mean, he probably won't please people like Ken, maybe, but again, it's that draw, you know, maybe, depending on what he would come out with as a platform, and who knows. But now, did you go to the convention last week?
No, I didn't. I only was elected as an alternate, and I was last on the list.
Okay.
So I just said, nah, I'm not going to bother. It wasn't that important.
Right. Okay, well, you missed the fireworks. I'm sure people looked at Wes and went, what the heck? Come on, Wes, what? Yeah, so.
Well, I don't know. You know, I mean, and I have to disagree with Ken respectfully. I love Ken, but I have to respectfully disagree. I'm a libertarian, and I'm very pro-choice. You know, I am for the legalization of medical and medicinal marijuana, but because I just treat it like alcohol and tax it and make money.
Right.
You know, and now the opioid drugs and things like that, of course not.
Right.
But the drug like that, something you can grow in your backyard, just leave people alone.
Well, see, now there's that scale again, because I know libertarians who are, you know, they'll go for the opioids. They say, whatever, cocaine doesn't matter. There's a scale. So somebody says they're a libertarian, and it becomes small L, large L.
Yeah, I don't know. I got to draw the line probably right around the marijuana thing, and even that, I think there needs to be. I don't know. I haven't seen enough data. I'm a data guy. Show me more data, and we'll see.
We can watch Colorado.
All right. Anything else, Jimmy?
Well, you know, I mean, getting to that, I mean, I'm an actual grower of medical marijuana. My wife and I, neither one of us use the drug. We do not use it. We provide it for medical marijuana patients. And, you know, I really don't see this huge issue with it. And I'd be willing to bet you that you know people that smoke it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know somebody who does what you do and grows it.
Yeah. I once said out of college, I did a paper on drug testing in college, and I used to call them the ODUs, the occasional drug users. So these aren't the people that are addicted or everything, but they're people that would recreationally use it. And I think at that time, you know, that was the 80s, right? I think the ODU percentage, occasional drug users, was like in the 70%.
Yeah,
you know
but all
what I mean?
It takes, I want to warn people, because whatever your feelings about it are or not, I hired a guy and I had to let him go shortly after because he failed the hair test. Right. Now, if somebody smokes off duty, you know, they're not at work, they're not high, it doesn't affect me. But it's the rules, and in a lot of companies, they'll do the drug test, and if you don't pass the screening, you don't have a job.
Yep. Yeah, that's
Well,
it.
the problem with that is the insurance companies. It's the liability and the workman's comp insurance companies.
I understand.
That's the real issue with that.
I'm just saying that people could lose their employment.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
but
cool.
they won't take your job if you're on prescription Vicodin. But if you're a medical marijuana patient, they'll take your job away, or they won't pay your benefits.
Yeah, that's kind of great. That doesn't make sense. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Jimmy. I appreciate the phone call, man.
Yep. Have a good day.
You too. Take care. Let's take a call from Will on line 1. Will from Ypsilanti. How you doing, man?
Good. Hey, I wanted to put my vote in for Kid Rock, too, because one of the things would be great was when they'd be taking the vote. You're talking about taking Debbie Stabenow or
Yes.
State or
Yeah, no, it's Debbie Stabenow. She's up in 2018, and she's beatable, but it takes somebody with some celebrity status and some success behind him. You can't just walk in with a Pete Hoekstra. Pete Hoekstra last time, God love him, but he didn't even debate her for crying out loud. You know what? The Republicans in this state are just idiots. They really are. You know, let's pick a winner right from the get-go and slam dunk this.
Absolutely. I think the other reason would be the roll call in Washington. Could you imagine that?
Senator
that's
Rock.
my story. Thanks a lot, Gary.
All right, man. Have a good one. Take care, Will.
Bye-bye.
Let's grab Joe from Wyandotte. Joe, welcome to the show.
Hey, yeah, I heard I was
5 minutes, 30
in
seconds.
the original back post or back segment that you played, and then you mentioned me again, so I figured, I'd call in. I'm said all along I'd be with you on somebody like Richie. It would be fun. It would be great. And unlike Jimmy, I'm not going to drag you down and shoot down your dream.
No, that was Ken. Ken shot down my dream.
Okay. Yeah. But it would be great, and I think you should keep it up. And the same with people talking about Ted Nugent, and most people know about my Facebook group, Thanks a Lot, Debbie. And if you don't, check out Thanks a Lot, Debbie Facebook group. It's meant sarcastically. And Richie and Nugent have come up on there, and whether or not they would ever run, which isn't very likely, you should keep it up, because if we could at least at all get them involved with the campaign.
If nothing else, you're right. Get them involved and pushing, because you know what? Those guys have the ability to draw and raise money and everything else. So that's a great idea. So I'm going to just tell people, you know what? Get on your Facebook, spread it around, spread today's podcast. I mean, we're going to have a podcast, a half an hour of talking Kid Rock for U.S. Senate, right? And you know what? And all I would say to Kid Rock is, you know what? It's 6 years of your life, man. Put in 6 years. I know it's a pay cut. I know it's a pain in the butt. But you know what? Take 6 years off.
Team.
Take one for the team. Yeah. Yep. And you know what? It's not that difficult. Go to Washington and listen to the people back home. You know what I mean? Use the common sense and use the Constitution, and make your decisions based on that, and you'll never go wrong.
I agree with you. We need the non-politician like that, and people who are old enough to remember back when John Kuhn, the Libertarian, was seriously running and getting a lot of support. Nugent was rumored to support him, and did originally, but then Spencer Abraham looked like he'd actually have a chance to win, so Ted Nugent switched to Spencer Abraham, and I don't think it was Spencer Abraham that won the race. I think it was Ted Nugent that won the race for him. So by having them involved would be helpful and bring new eyeballs and ears and pocketbooks to a campaign that would otherwise not be there, and help us win. And I'll stick as my fallback the non-politician rich guy who could pull a Trump in Michigan, Roger Penske, because I think he's actually doable.
Penske, yeah, maybe.
Well, when he agrees to run, let us know.
as long as he gets up and debates Debbie. And the other thing is, you got to look at these farmers in the state, because these farmers in the state do. I mean, they're special interest unto themselves, and they still support Debbie because she sits on an ag committee and tries to bring money and rules for them. You know what, you Republican farmers, because you're all Republicans out there, stop voting for somebody who's destroying the nation. She's been lockstep with Obama for 8 years, and she's going to vote against Gorsuch for SCOTUS, too. You know what I mean? So if you're going to get on the line to Debbie Stabenow, tell her, hey, you and Peters should be voting for Gorsuch, but they won't. They're going to go with Chuck Schumer and vote in lockstep with the Democrats, because that's what they are. They could care less about the people of Michigan.
But you saw on the drift, or on Gab, we're friends, and I promoted a couple of your items, and your the ban the ninth or abolish the ninth.
Yeah.
You see me helping you promote that. So, keep up the good work. I mean, you're putting out some good stuff, and people should be indeed sharing the podcasts. These local shows are far more important than these national jokes like Hannity and them.
Yeah. Well, there's the end of the hour. So I appreciate the call, Joe. You keep up the good work on your end, too. Take care.
Take care, my friends. Love you guys.
All right. And Tom from South Line, we'll get to you in a minute, hang past the break, and we'll see you all on the other side.
People People are always on the move, driving to work, hauling the kids to practice. How do they keep up to date? They listen to Wham Talk 1600 just like you. If you're a business owner, your message can reach these people wherever their travels take them. People tune to Wham Radio for intelligent conversation with hosts like Joe Pags, Glenn Beck, Tyrone X, and Dana Lesh. And they'll stay tuned for your message as well. Call 734-971-1600 today and advertise your business on Wham Talk 1600 and whamradio.com.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. President Trump returns to his campaign theme when he holds a Make America Great Again rally later in Melbourne, Florida.
Many, like Lucy Carpenter, are hoping to hear the president will soon reform immigration.
People have to be legal, not illegal. I come from Philippines.
It's the president's first rally since his campaign victory.
Fox's Evan Brown. Norma McCorvey, known as Jane Roe in the Supreme Court's Roe v. Wade case legalizing abortion, has died. 20 years after the 1973 decision, she spoke as a born-again Christian.
I do not want any more women to be injured by abortion, nor do I want any more children to die. I want the Supreme Court to know that abortion hurts women as well as killing their child.
McCorvey was 69. The blind Egyptian Sheikh Omar Abdel Rahman, serving a life sentence for his part in the 1993 World Trade Center bombing, has died at 78. Fox News, we report, you decide.
This is Mark with Ashelman Equipment. Need help with your property maintenance? Ashelman Equipment has LS tractor loaders ready to go. Power steering and hydro transmissions make driving fun and easy for the whole family. Want to stay out of the weather? Cab tractors with heat and AC in stock. Buckets, forks, snow blades are changed with just a pull of a lever. LS Tractor is the highest quality tractor in the U.S. and #1 in customer satisfaction, awarded by EDA for 2015 and again in 2016. Highest quality, more features standard, 5-year warranty, free loader, and 1.59% financing qualifying. Ashelman Equipment in Whitmore Lake is at exit 50 on US 23, just north of Ann Arbor. Call 734-994-6000. That's 734-994-6000.
It's 2017. If you're thinking about investing in your house, now's the time. Check out woodrehab.com or call 248-506-6175. Use this year's tax refund to spruce up your house. And what better way than upgrading your tired kitchen cabinets? Wood Rehab can give your kitchen cabinets a new look at a great price. Don't replace them. You can paint or refinish without emptying your cabinets in this very non-intrusive process, which averages 7 days from start to finish. Call 248-506-6175. Ask for Dave. Woodrehab.com will give you 10% off if you mention this ad. 2017 is a great year. Get it started with a brand new kitchen. Call 248-506-6175 or go to the web at woodrehab.com and get your kitchen renovation started today.
It's been 5 years since we met Kelly Brighton, just before her weight loss surgery.
I was almost 300 pounds. Because of the Michigan Bariatric Institute, I've lost the weight. I now have the tools to keep it off. I am a better mom, I am a better wife, and I'm just a better Kelly Brighton, I think.
Begin your journey. Try a free monthly educational seminar at St. Joe's Livingston. Visit stjoeshealth.org/MBI to learn more.
And welcome back. Thanks for tuning in to catch our drift. Joining me in studio, Ed Bonderenka.
I don't know who that was playing it, but that guy sounds like he'd make a good senator for the state of Michigan.
That's why Derek's such a great producer. He can just pull that Kid Rock stuff up and put it on there just like that. Isn't it amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, let's take care of a little business. Our sponsor this half hour is Cheryl Stockwell Academy, 810-632-2200. If you're looking for something other than your public school districts, or if you're not happy with your public school you're currently in, up in Brighton, Cheryl Stockwell Academy has a K through high school charter school.